I'd like you to imagine a number for me, and the number I'm searching for is, how many people and sources do you think you could consult this evening and end up with bad advice? Do you have a big number in mind, a medium number, a small number? How many sources for bad advice are available? Let's go back to a simpler time. Let's talk about Eve for just a minute. She had at least 4 sources available at the time. She had God, and she had the serpent. She had herself, and she had Adam. And at least 2 of those were giving bad advice. That's 50-50, so half full, half empty, and I guess could be 3 out of 4, but at least 2 were giving bad advice. Where can you go to get good advice? Where can you go to get the best advice? Now, subjective question. What, in your opinion, makes advice good or bad? Do you decide if it's good advice based on whether it matches up with what you already thought? Do you consider it good advice if it sounds reasonable to you? Is it good advice if you've been able to talk it through with this other person or source and come to some common ground? Is it good advice because it was someone who loved you who gave you the advice? Does that make it good advice? Remember, Eve handed it to Adam. Or is it only the long-term outcome that really determines whether the advice was good or bad? Did it turn out for good or for ill? Who is it who knows all the outcomes that lie ahead, and therefore is in the best position to give good advice? And do you ask him for his advice? Or do you seek answers within you? And then after you ask, are you willing to accept his answer whether or not it's reasonable to you? Because he knows the outcomes. What is he currently advising you about your situations and your circumstances? And are you taking his advice? If we want a good outcome, whose advice will we take?